Joining me now is Craig Johnson, Chief Market Technician at Piper Sandler. Craig, this is different from an earlier guest who was sticking with the bigger names. So what convinces you exactly about the small caps?
John, thanks for having me on this afternoon. What convinces me about these small and mid-cap names is when we go back and just sort of look at the advance we've seen off the lows, and we start looking at these Mag 7 stocks that have just been kind of treading water in here. John, we've been calling these the Lag 7 stocks for the last, call it 6 to 9 months in here. And we're just seeing a nice pickup and improvement below the surface. Stocks in here like Unity Software, you look at Howmet, you look at a lot of different names below the surface, and they're picking up. And then specifically, looking at the chart of the Russell 2000, you've got a very classic inverted head and shoulders pattern here. And when you get a pattern that's this well defined and you break the neckline like we have done, you can see a measured objective that could take the index to new highs, and that would be just above 2450. But you could actually see a measured objective closer to 2600. So again, nice outperformance. And then if we do see the Fed cut, that should be a catalyst for small mid-cap stocks to push the index even higher.
What about MongoDB? It had a big reaction after earnings.
You know, Mongo had a huge downtrend reversal on a weekly chart. Certainly it was solidified by the volume that we're seeing back through the moving averages. There's still decent upside from here. We would measure from a technical perspective a target about $524, so about 67% upside from where we are now. So still pretty attractive. Good upside.
You have some thoughts about United Health?
You know, United Healthcare, local company, certainly not very constructive looking on the charts. The stock has already been cut in half. It's trying to rebound. Yes, we got a lot of investors like Warren Buffett getting involved, but we've got tax loss selling coming up, which I'm sure will probably lean on the stock in here for a while. And from just a pure technical perspective, John, there's no reason to buy the stock here.
So I'm keeping in mind what you said about the Russell, about the small and mid caps. Is that an anti-large cap call or just a pro small and mid based on how they've been performing thus far?
I think it's just a more pro small mid cap in terms of outperformance. Investors can make a decision based upon style. Do they want to be up cap? Do they want to be down cap, value, growth, etc.? And from our vantage point, just looking at the charts, it is definitely, you don't need to have to sell those names. But if you're looking to buy the fastest horses in the race, it's going to be in small mid cap land, not large cap at this point.
What's the effect of that crazy move that we had in the overall markets in April?
Well, I think the effect at this point in time is I think a lot of investors have been caught off guard and during that move. I also think a lot of investors have been fighting this tape. In fact, when I go out, John, I'm talking to our trading desk and we have conversations and they give you a lot of reasons why this market cannot go higher. That's not typically the language that I have heard over the last 30 years. Typically, it's language of the market's doing great. It's going to continue to go higher. But right now, they're still fighting it. And when they're fighting it, it tells me that we're climbing that proverbial wall of worry, John, and sentiment still continues to be negative, not only from them, but the AAII names and also from the name indexes, too.